It's the NFL on EA Sports as we get set for a Super Bowl 21 rematch. It's the New York Giants and the Denver Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Hewitt. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go at Mile High. Gray now on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game and a defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
What a start! Pat Surtain has it. And the Broncos are going to take over after the interception. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd, but an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
You hear me say all the time, Kate, that football is the ultimate team sport, but there are times as a quarterback it can feel a little bit like golf and match play. And when your opponent gives you a shot, gives you an opportunity with the pick, as a quarterback leading your team, you want to maximize it and take advantage of it.
Nix starting with a pass. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Portland Sutton, the man he was after. So second down coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
The give here on second. And he gets him around 6 there. Bobby Okereke making that stop. 6 yards the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton, and 4th and 4 coming up.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular
Yep.
right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
First down, here's Russ. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Russ now from the gun. Caught by Theo Johnson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Trying the right side with Tracy. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Russ looking to throw. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
The Giants ready to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Bronk. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Nix from the gun. He's on the move. He's running for it. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this will come from just inside his end zone. Fair catch called for and made a little shy of midfield. No return on that punt. And it'll be Giants football. Now here comes the New York offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Bronk. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
From the 43, he finds Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down throw from Wilson. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down at the 30.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
And the Broncos are in the nickel for this third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tracy. Gets to space right side. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants. Going to the ground again on first. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Russ setting to throw. And in, touchdown New York! So Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And they add 1 on to their first touchdown of the contest. 2-0, ready to send this away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Denver set to take the field on offense. And Brock, these guys are still searching. They are still searching for their first points, but beyond that, they don't even have a first down yet.
Not even one?
No, they're still searching. I know. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Nix. The throw finds Evan Ingram. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tyler Nubin with the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Robbie Okereke making that stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain there, and that'll bring up 4th and a few.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Punting unit out now. Amir Smith-Marset waiting back deep to receive. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. The Giants down Russell Wilson, headed back to the field now. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now here's Russ. He finds Slayton. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. A give to Tracy up the middle. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Wilson now from the gun. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Third and just 2 to go. A handoff to Tracy. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Stop for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Jamie Gillen on now to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Nick's looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 24. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Bobby Okereke making that stop. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Broncos working here. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Throwing on first down, Nix. Escapes the pocket. He'll step up, and there he goes.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. Here's 2nd and 7. Short pass brought in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Third and a lone yard coming up. Blitz coming, Nix. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. He gets 6 on that play, and that'll be good for a Denver first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Complete. It's Ingram. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll throw again. Nix. Mims with the ground. And he's going to be touchdown. Brock looks to be a couple yards shy of that marker.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing from the gun here. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Bertolet able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
One last play before the break. Looking to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. We're through two here with the Giants overcoming home field advantage. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you to our studios in Orlando and Jonathan Coachman for a look around the league with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Gano ready to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Pass taken in by Sutton. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
2nd and 3 now. Here's the handoff. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That one gains 7. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's brought down for a loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Nix. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the 1st sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
On now comes their punter. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to take over possession. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Tracy once more. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They go right back to Tracy. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves him with 3rd and short. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Wilson with it on 1st. Gets this to Johnson. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
This is Tracy. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brandon Jones up for the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here's Tracy. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Running this with Tracy. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a gain of 4. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. So now they're going to throw with Wilson. And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
Well, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Throwing on third, Wilson. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Giants with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. This one of the biggest moments of the game for Graham Gano. This will be around a 33-yarder for him. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Gano ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here comes the Bronco offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. It's caught, McLaughlin. And he's downed after getting us up to the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Nix to throw. Hits him on the out route. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Complete to Mims. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 29. He goes back to him yet again, complete. He's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. And a man is there to knock that away. Clean breakup on that throw. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing here, Nix. Dump off caught by his back. And this one doesn't go far.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. He'll throw it. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st down from the red zone. Has it in close. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Nix now to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Five men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. Looking to throw. He rolls to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos down by 7. They need a lot here, but still going for it on 4th and 15. Back to throw it. Complete. It's Ingram. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Still some room at the 20. And he's finally brought down at the 30. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it with Devin Singletary. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they'll have just one left to burn now. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's Singletary again. Again, he hits the second level. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it, and that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Now stick with Singletary. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Now an inside give to Singletary. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Automatic first down.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. The Giants take a knee here, running out the final seconds to their victory.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Giants, as we'll see you next time from Denver.